After battering Colombia's San Andres Island on Sunday, Hurricane Julia made landfall on Nicaragua's central Caribbean coast. A weaker storm was forecast to develop over the Pacific. Julia made landfall early on Sunday as a Category 1 hurricane with top sustained winds of 85 miles per hour, yet by late morning, as it moved into Nicaragua with heavy rainfall, its speeds had decreased to 70 miles per hour. Julia has situated about 65 miles east-northeast of Managua, the country's capital, and was heading west at 15 miles per hour, according to the U.S. National Hurricane Center. According to the forecast, Central America and southern Mexico could experience life-threatening flash floods and mudslides through Tuesday. In some places, the storm could drop as much as 15 inches of rain. Gustavo Petro, the president of Colombia, issued a highest alert as the hurricane approached San Andres Island, which is located east of Nicaragua, and Providencia Island, which is located to the north. Petro also asked hotels to make accommodations for vulnerable people. A curfew was imposed by authorities in San Andres to reduce crowding on the streets. There were no more flights to the islands. According to Associated Press, Rosario Murillo, the vice president of Nicaragua, claimed that almost 10,000 people had been relocated to shelters and that several areas of the country had lost power. They added that in San Andres, Colombian authorities reported downed trees and some houses' roofs being torn off. According to AP, there have been no reported fatalities in either Colombia or Nicaragua. On San Andres, 2 people were hurt, 2 residences were destroyed, and 101 homes were damaged, according to tweets from Colombian President Gustavo Petro. Photos from Central American nations display regional damage, such as flooded streets, downed trees, and destroyed homes. The storm's effects also reached Nicaragua's neighboring nations of Honduras and Costa Rica. As Julia deteriorated over land on Sunday at noon, its category was lowered to a tropical storm. As it passes through El Salvador and Guatemala on Monday, the storm was reduced once again to a tropical depression. It is predicted to dissipate by later that evening. According to the NHC, isolated spots might see up to 15 inches of rain on Monday in those 2 countries, with some areas expecting between 5 and 10 inches of rain. Western Honduras and the Isthmus of Tehuantepec in Mexico may get up to 10 inches of rain, and through Tuesday, flash floods may occur along the isthmus, according to NHC. By the time the weather is totally clear, certain areas of Nicaragua will have received up to 15 inches of rain. In what has developed into a busy hurricane season in the Atlantic Ocean, Julia was the 5th hurricane and 10th named storm. Tropical storm systems were unusually quiet over the summer, but they were quite active in September and October as hurricanes like Hurricane Fiona and Hurricane Ian made landfall. At least 120 people died in Florida as a result of Hurricane Ian, the deadliest hurricane to hit the state in a century, which made landfall in Florida late last month as a near Category 5 storm. This year, the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration predicted an above-normal season for hurricane activity, with 14 to 20 named storms, up to 10 hurricanes, and 3 to 6 hurricanes that were Category 3 or stronger. Beginning in June and lasting until November, hurricane season typically reaches its height in mid-September. Hurricanes may not be occurring more frequently, but according to climate experts, if the global catastrophe worsens, they will become considerably stronger. Similar to what happened with Hurricane Ian as it traveled over the extremely warm seas of the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico, warmer ocean surface temperatures have the ability to quickly intensify a storm into a powerful and hazardous cyclone. The percentage of storms reaching Category 3 or higher has been rising over the past 40 years, according to a United Nations climate science body. Let's see what will happen, hoping for the best.